And that I think will help a lot with her fear that she's going to do the wrong thing, because she's really underestimating her ability. She seems like a very bright woman. And anytime, I mean, I'm a parent. I mean, anytime my child was sick, like, okay, well, do we take him to the doctor now? I don't know. Let's kind of see. I mean, everyone sort of struggles with that a little bit. But I think she's amplifying that fear.
Well, it seems like she's, and many people are people that, like, when they get into the situation, they're okay. So if he's actually sick, she's okay. It's more like the persistent uncertainty that can just drive her and other people to like worry all day. So do you have thoughts about, like, so even if she gets to a point where she's like, I'm not actually afraid if he's sick, because if he's sick, I'm going to handle it. If she can believe that, both in her mind and in her body, she may still, and I'll have to talk to her, but she may still persistently feel uncertain about what that will be like. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she is every day dreading something, every day dreading that he's going to get sick, just like her experience with her mom. And with her mom's case, it happened on a frequent basis. With her son, doesn't happen as frequent, and it's not nearly as horrific, but she's still sort of waiting. It's almost like a time bomb. I don't know when it's going to happen. She knows it's going to happen. At some point, he's going to throw up. At some point, he's going to get sick, but she doesn't know. And so she's not wanting that to happen. Well, the more she remains in that defensive posture where, okay, I don't want this to happen, the more anxious she's going to be. So, if we look at adrenaline and fight or flight, your choice is either flee and escape. And I think she even mentioned that when I was listening. She talked about when she was going through this, she just wanted to leave. She just wanted to escape. She had fantasies of just leaving home. So as fight or flight, you're either in escape mode or fight mode. You're going to fight through it. And so it's either offense or defense. And she's just in a defense mode. And instead, every morning, what she can do is say, all right, let's go on offense. Bring it on. All right, come on. Come on, anxiety. Bring on something. Try to trick me. Try to, give my son some sort of symptom. Let's see. Now, she's not going to want to say that. But again, it's just a thought. And whether she says it or not has no bearing on if he's going to get sick. So most of the time when she says, all right, come on, give my son a tummy ache. Let's see what happens. I'm going to handle it. I can handle this. And then day after day, nothing will happen. But one day, something will happen and her son will get sick. And hopefully at that moment, she'll go, okay, now's my opportunity. Now it's showtime. Now I'm going to be ready. So instead of not wanting her son to be sick, like, okay, I need some practice. Come on, give him some sickness. Now, sounds silly because of course she doesn't want her son to get sick, but that thought has no bearing on whether he gets sick or not.
Mm-hmm. And so if she's afraid to be willing to like be on the offense and want that thought or want that to occur, then that would be another indication of thought action fusion that we could work on.
Right. So what anxiety likes to do is take your time away from you and scare you. And it does that in two ways. It does that by lying to you, by distorting, exaggerating, outright lie, and by engaging you, just engaging your attention. That's really how anxiety tricks us. And so if we understand what anxiety strategy is, to lie to you and to engage you, then we can have a counter strategy, which is, okay, I'm not going to believe the lie and I'm not going to engage. So the lie in her mind is that her son she's not going to be able to handle it and her son's going to die. I mean, he is going to get sick at some point, but the lie that she's experiencing is that she can't handle it and that he's going to die. And then she engages with that thought. And the more she engages with it, the more anxious she becomes. So It's like her counter strategy needs to be, all right, I'm not going to believe that. I have to refuse to believe that lie. And I have to refuse to engage in what am I going to do? Like, because I have a feeling that's kind of what she does. Okay, if you get sick, what am I going to do? I have to plan this out. I got to figure this out. That's engagement. It might seem like she's being productive. Sometimes productive, it seems like someone's being productive by planning, but actually all you're doing is engaging with anxiety. There's nothing to plan. There's nothing to, if you get sick, you'll figure out what to do in the moment. You don't have to plan for that.
What if she just can't stop thinking about it?
Well, I think the exposures that I'm talking about, where she writes a horror story, will be helpful for that. And reading that out loud and reading it out loud with an accent will help for that. Anxiety is a strong emotion with a powerful voice, and her voice needs to rise up in intensity and then be a little bit stronger. So if her voice is sort of meek, then it's going to be harder. So if anxiety asks her a question like, oh, what if your son gets sick today? Or what kind of a day is it going to be today? And then she needs to respond quickly and then turn away. So we're not trying to stop anxiety. We're not trying to stop that worry, because we can't. But what we're trying to do is not engage with it. So she might say, thanks for sharing, have a nice day, and then turn away and focus on something else. And then 5 minutes later, anxiety is going to ask another question. Thanks for sharing, have a nice day. And then you turn away. Or fake news, not going there, turn away. Or not taking the bait. And if she wants to be strong, she could say, not taking the bait, asshole, and then turn away. And it'll come back, but that's okay. But you're trying to rewire your brain to really not engage. Because like a fish in a lake, if you take that bait, you're caught. And once you go down, once you take that bait, once you engage with that thought, now you're going to get really anxious. And now you're going down that rabbit hole. So I think she has to retrain her brain to not engage, including not plan what to do. And in fact, go on offense. Come on. Yeah, I want him to get sick. Of course, she knows she doesn't want him to get sick, but say it like, come on, I need some practice. So next time he's sick, I can then practice not reacting in the same way I normally react. So let's go, bring it on. And have that sort of bring it on mindset instead of, no, I don't want that.